Objection.
Overruled.
Objection.
Sustained.
Hello, folks. Welcome back to Sustained Overruled. I am your host, the Anonymous Attorney. In this episode, we will be covering a very small portion of Letecia Stauch's murder trial. Who is Letecia Stauch? Letecia is a Colorado stepmom accused of ending her stepson's life in January of 2020. Prosecutors are alleging that she stabbed, shot, and beat her 11-year-old stepson, Gannon, inside the family home. Months after the alleged murder, his body was found stuffed into a suitcase beneath a bridge in Pace, Florida. At present, Letecia is facing charges of murder in the first degree, tampering with a deceased human body, tampering with physical evidence. She has pleaded not guilty by reason of insanity. Let us take a closer look at the charges and the elements that the prosecution will have to prove beyond a reasonable doubt. Under Colorado law, first-degree murder comprises deliberate and intentional killing, as well as killings resulting from risky behavior exhibiting extreme indifference to human life. This differs from second-degree murder, defined as knowingly cause the death of another person, or felony murder, which is killing someone in the perpetration of certain serious felonies. And I just want to be clear, this is not legal advice, it is legal commentary. According to the Colorado Criminal Code, a person commits the crime of murder in the first degree if, amongst others, the person knowingly causes the death of a child who has not yet attained 12 years of age, and the person committing the crime or offense is one in a position of trust with respect to the victim. The Colorado Code goes on further to define what one in a position of trust includes. One in a position of trust includes, but is not limited to, any person who is a parent or acting in the place of a parent and charged with any of a parent's rights, duties, or responsibilities concerning a child, including a guardian or someone otherwise responsible for the general provision of a child's welfare, or a person who is charged with any duty or responsibility for the health, education, welfare, or supervision of a child, including foster care, child care, family care, or institutional care, either independently or through another. Their definition is pretty self-explanatory, right? It would apply to Letecia in this instance because she was the deceased stepmother. As far as penalties go, first-degree murder in Colorado is punishable up to life in prison. Today's video, we're really going to focus on communications between Letecia and her then husband, or her ex-husband, who is Gannon's father. A very important part, or a very important aspect of this case, is that of spousal privilege. Federally, spousal privilege has two separate and distinct parts. We have the spousal testimony privilege, or spousal immunity, which in criminal cases encompasses the right of a witness spouse not to be forced to testify against their current spouse. And then we have the spousal communication privilege, or confidential communication privilege, which protect confidential communications made during a legally valid marriage. Spousal testimony privilege only applies in criminal cases, whereas spousal communication privilege applies in all types of cases. Spousal testimony protects testimony against a spouse, whereas spousal communications protects confidential communication. So for spousal testimony, this is probably the determinant factor. For spousal testimony, which only applies to criminal cases, the parties must be married at the time of the trial. Whereas in the case of spousal communications, the parties need only be married at the time of the communication. As far as spousal testimony is concerned, it may be waived by the witness spouse, whereas spousal communication may only be waived by both parties together. As far as defenses are concerned, there are numerous defenses that she can raise. Oh, and I think I just brushed over it. But as far as spousal privilege is concerned, communications had between Letecia and her then spouse are generally privileged and cannot be used against her in a legal proceeding. However, there is an exception, and that is the statutory privilege between Letecia and her husband shall not be available for excluding or refusing testimony in any prosecution for the crime of murder in the first degree as described in paragraph F. In Colorado, to be found not guilty by reason of insanity, the defendant must have been so mentally ill at the time of the crime that he or she could not tell right from wrong. In the event that the jury finds that Letecia was not guilty by reason of insanity, that does not mean that she gets to walk. That's a misconception that a lot of people do not realize. If she is found not guilty by reason of insanity, she will be committed to a state mental hospital, sometimes referred to as a precedence patient. Before we dive into a portion of the conversation between the spouses, let's briefly go over the other two offenses or charges that she is facing. In Colorado, a person commits tampering with a deceased human body if believing that an official proceeding is pending, in progress, or about to be instituted, and acting without legal right or authority. The person willfully destroys, mutilates, conceals, removes, or alters a human body, part of a human body, or human remains with intent to impair its or their appearance or availability in the official proceedings. On the other hand, tampering with physical evidence is defined as believing that an official proceeding is pending or about to be instituted and acting without legal right or authority. He or she destroys, mutilates, conceals, removes, or alters physical evidence with intent to impair its verity or availability in the pending or prospective official proceeding. Tampering with a deceased human body is a class 3 felony, which is more serious than tampering with physical evidence, which is a class 6 felony. If convicted for tampering with a human body, Letecia would face a minimum sentence of 4 years and a fine of $3,000. The maximum penalty for a class 3 felony in Colorado is 12 years in prison and a fine up to $750,000. Whereas the charge of tampering with physical evidence, she could face up to 18 months in prison and or a fine of up to $100,000. Obviously, this is the prosecution's case to win or lose. Because Letecia is a defendant, she enjoys the presumption of innocence. She really is not required to prove her guilt or innocence. So once the presiding judge allows a defendant to plead not guilty by reason of insanity, the district attorney then has the burden to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that the defendant is in fact sane and therefore guilty of the crimes charged. In this way, Colorado differs from a majority of the states which put the burden on the defendant to show that he or she was insane. Now that we've covered the basis, I think this is an appropriate time for us to jump into the communications had between Letecia and her husband at the time.
You told me to be straight.
You on the phone, and I'm trying to sit here and tell my own husband every little detail, everything. You think I don't love my family?
All right, Tisha, listen. Like I said the whole time, I'm just trying to help you and trying to keep you and Harley safe.
So obviously at this time, Letecia, I highly doubt that she knew that she was being recorded.
These people are after me now. I don't know who the hell it is, but like I said, I had to go get my clothes changed and everything just so I can blend in better. And I want you to know that no matter what, we can work through this together, and I can help you, okay? But you just gotta let me help you. But you told me.
Okay, so based on that conversation there or that remark, it seems as though the husband suspected Letecia of, having something to do with the disappearance of their son or his son.
Me to be straight up, I got a very straight up question. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
Did you kill Gannon?
Mm.
I need to know. I need you to answer me yes or no right now.
I killed Gannon.
Did
The
you?
answer is no. I can't believe you asked me this.
I just got to know you. I told me to be straight up. I got to know what's happening to my son.
You see, when he initially asked her whether he killed the 11-year-old, she paused and did not answer immediately.
Tell me why you would think I killed Gannon.
There's a lot of unknowns. I mean, being straight up again, you changed your story again to me for the fourth time.
That's
No, I
not good.
changed my story.
You did. This is the
I think this would have been so much different if we could judge body language, because at this juncture, we're only listening to a voice recording.
fourth version of the same story. Okay.
Wow.
Like half of what you told me today, with the cut foot, and now he's got burned arms and picking it, and his butt's bleeding. All this stuff is new to what you told me the other day. And the other day, you told me you cleaned up the area where you got raped so nobody would see it.
Oh
Now you told me you just changed clothes. I just don't know what the hell's going on.
I didn't tell you. First off, you never even listened to me about anything that went
I
on.
did. No, you stopped because I listened to you.
You cut me.
I listened to you, and then I went and got the guns and put them in the truck, and then I came back.
I don't know, because I don't want to confuse or the case of Letecia with that of Lori, but did they have a rape kit, or was a rape kit conducted in this case?
And listen. Me and Landon listened to you, and then I stopped and picked your story apart. So get it straight, Tisha. I listened to you, and I said, if I'm wrong about the rape, I will get on my knees and beg you for forgiveness. Did I not say that?
Yeah, but you haven't.
Exactly, because I haven't been proven wrong yet. I want the truth.
Yep. He definitely suspected her.
If I'm wrong, if the police, no matter what they're doing, the FBI, the CBI, the CBS, whoever, okay, if they tell me I'm wrong, I will publicly, in front of the world, get on a camera and tell you I'm sorry. But until that happens, we're going to find the truth.
How can you tell me that someone didn't I don't understand. How can you tell me that someone didn't do something to hurt me and take Gannon?
I'm not telling you that. I'm telling you it hasn't been proven one way or the other. You said you banged your head on the freaking...
I know cases that involve minors as victims are very difficult. The thing is, at this point, the focus seems to really be more about Letecia and not about Gannon.
table. Now I got to tell them to go check out the table and see if there's any blood or any of your...
You knew that. They had already asked that.
Okay, but that's the first I heard of it. You see what I'm saying?
You never would talk to me. You literally just sat here in a conversation and asked me, did I kill our child?
Yes, I did, because if you say no, then I can't. I'll stop thinking that you did it. Okay.
That's horrible.
I don't know what to think. My son's blood. You're telling me his blood's all over the walls, and now you're telling me the Mexican guy that had the gun to your head or whatever took him away, and he knows him, and
I'm rolling my eyes right now.
he could be anywhere.
Hold on. Gun? So where did you get that piece from?
That was what that. So now you got me twisting all your stories up, because that was from the first time you told me the rape story. He had a gun to your head. And you told me it was your gun. You told me. But you told me it was your gun, so that's fine. I'm not debating the points here, but
I said the black one.
okay, fine. But I mean,
You know in your heart I would never hurt Gannon.
I absolutely believe that. But I'm doing everything I can to help you right now. And but Tisha, listen. The thing is, if you don't, but it's not just. I asked you if you killed him. You said no, and I'm sorry. That was a hard question. But if you know anything, or you did anything, or just upset about it, we can work together, and I can help you. But I can't help you if you don't tell me anything. It's just there's so many unknowns, Tisha.
Oh my God.
I mean, did anything happen that was an accident that you're scared about?
Really?
I'm just trying to teach you. With my Army training, I'm trained to ask all these questions to get us in a safe place, right? And that's why I took the guns out from the get-go. That's just my training kicking in.
Oh my God, I really thought, like, I thought out of this conversation, like, I really thought you were going to be supportive of me. I thought you were going to bring your family back together. And I thought that we were going to talk about everything every single day of nothing but Gannon.
That's what I'm trying to do.
For a second, you would ask me to kill Gannon. I can't believe that.
Well, I'm glad you said no. That gives me a lot of hope and peace.
I already told him about maybe, just maybe, you might have a brother. Maybe. We talked about, we cried about Kobe. We did a lot together.
Why?
What else, Gannon? Dog.
Okay, Tisha. Let me ask you this way then. I don't believe you killed him. Did something bad happen to him, and he maybe he is dead or not with us anymore, and you just panicked and didn't know what to do? I mean, is there anything like that? Just any information
Okay, let's see what she says once he concludes his question.
is what I need. We can help you. I can help you get through this. But but we got to know the information about Bubba. I mean, just think of,
Really, Gail?
yes, I'm just trying to figure out what happened to him. He's gone, and
Again, she's not denying that she had anything to do with his disappearance or death.
nobody knows anything, but you were the last one to hear him speak. Okay, which was Monday when you were driving around and he left the house. The last time we heard him speak, I don't know. I don't know when that was. Before I left, probably. When I left and he went downstairs to watch Pokemon. That's the last memory I have of him.
Albert, let me tell you something. People don't have the life that I have.
Again, she's not denying the allegations. And I mean, this is her husband she's talking to. She's not talking to, anyone that works for the county or the government or the state. This is a conversation between her and her husband.
People don't just be a normal person, just doing their thing, finally had what they want to do and be in the sky working. Oh, they don't do that. People premeditate things in life. There's no sign or indications of anything that I would have ever hurt those children. I fought for you. I fought for them.
Yes, you did. You fought for all of us. You're right. I'm not questioning any of that, Tisha. I just did an accident happen? I mean, other than the candle or the burn? I don't know. I'm just trying to ask all the questions.
I've worked with children long enough, Albert. If an accident happened, I'm smart enough. I know what to do. I've had plenty of friends who've been in situations where they've been in the classroom. They accidentally dropped the kid. The kid might have broke their leg. You go to the people, you tell them it's an accident, and you work through it.
Okay, so all right, you also said something that was calmed my heart, tremendously about Bubba. That basically you didn't premeditate anything. So whatever happened to him had to be.
Right. I caught that as well, but I tried to give it the benefit of the doubt and not read too much into it. I don't know. I do not know what to say.
An accident, just like the candle. And obviously you wouldn't plan on something like that because you're a teacher and you do all those babysitting events. I know you wouldn't hurt kids intentionally, but whatever happened was an accident, and I know you didn't plan it.
I didn't have anything to do with it. Why are you saying this to me?
So
I didn't have anything to do with it.
So he would have had to have died naturally then. Other than
he's dead.
I don't know, Tisha.
I can't even believe you are saying that Gannon isn't alive. What's wrong with you?
Because it's just none of this makes any sense. I mean, he would have been found by now. Okay. He didn't. All the cameras, all that footage shows him not leaving the house other than in the truck. And I like I said, I'm just trying to help you get through this.
Help me.
Yes, help you because
Help me get through this.
Because I am trying to help you. I want to know what happened to Gannon and try to help you and keep Harley safe in everything that I've said the whole time because that's who I am and you know that.
See what y'all think. This is what y'all think. Y'all think somebody's gonna come in here and say something just to appease everyone. Well, a true person who is completely innocent, you can keep beating me down in the ground all you want to because I didn't do it.
I'm not beating you down.
You think you don't want me anymore? Fine. You don't want that family anymore? Fine. You took my car. You took everything.
I didn't take anything. They got all my shit too, Tisha. I got 2 cars now because Harley's not going to pay for it. I got 2 cars I got to pay for that I can't even see or touch.
I'm begging you.
No, she hasn't. That I know. So
Every day, Albert, why are you not with your wife? Because you want to be so honest and ask questions. Why are you not with your wife and daughter?
because I'm going to tell you the truth right now because of this conversation, Tisha. I don't know, and I've told you that the whole time. I'm confused. I'm all over the place. I can't get the truth from you or the police or nobody. And now it's just even worse now because I got another story I've got to try to make a theory from.
Another story. You have never talked to me.
But you just told me. You told me a few minutes ago we went over it. You told me the first story. No, first you told me he ran away. Then it was the rape story. Then it was the second rape story. Now it's the third rape story.
I can't believe you just said the rape story.
I'm just. What do you want me to call it? The story of Gannon disappearing. Okay, you told me the first version of that, the second version, and now the third version.
You a second or third person.
Yes.
You sit down and talk to me.
No, that day that I got home. No, the day I got home, that next morning after my mom and sister and Landon and everybody was at the house, you told me you were texting Bethel and you told her the story. I don't know what you told her, and I kind of don't.
Yes, you do.
I don't even care. No.
It's all there.
How does where?
My God, I can't believe you're lying to me right now.
About what? I'm not lying to you about anything, Tisha.
They had y'all at the police department when I was there.
Oh, you mean when Landon showed up and then they brought, I was already there or whatever? Is that what you're talking about? Because that's the only time I know. I don't even know when you're there. I just assumed you had finally come in that night. Or was it the next day you came in? I don't even know, Tisha.
You were there because she was talking to you there.
Who was?
Bethel?
She was talking to me at the police station?
Yes.
Honestly, most of my talking was with Mark, the other guy that was at Starbucks. So I don't know what you mean she was talking to me. I think I might have talked to her for like 10 or 15 minutes. Did
not tell you anything different. This is how my day went. I was going to lay down.
Hey, Tisha, I believe you. Okay. What I want you to answer for me is those simple questions. Did Gannon die and you just freaked out, or was there an accident involved? Did you kill him? Answer all those questions. Those are the ones that I want to know. Okay, I don't care about who talked to who, when we went where. Honestly, at this point, none of that freaking matters. What matters is that little 11-year-old boy is either out there or he's not, and I got to know that. And you're the only one that has any information regarding that.
I gave you that information, and you're not going to look for it.
No, but you ignored my question. I mean, answer those questions for me.
That's the first question.
All right. Did you kill Gannon?
No.
Okay. Did Gannon die on your watch, whether it was an accident or naturally from some injury?
No.
Okay. Did Gannon have an accident of a serious nature and you freak out and cover it up?
No.
So the answer is to no to all of that.
Correct.
Okay. Now, this is going to be very uncomfortable for you, even more uncomfortable than what I just asked you.
Okay.
Did Harley kill Gannon?
God, no.
Okay, any of the same questions, did she have anything to do with an accident, a cover-up? Was she involved in this at all with you?
No. I haven't been involved either.
Right. That's what I was about to comment on, the phrasing of the question, but I guess she caught that.
So I just, but so something, there's a blank somewhere that you have not filled the blank. So
How have I not filled the blank?
it's,
So you don't think for a second that someone came in the house again, and you don't think that?
I don't doubt that. I don't know what to believe, but I'm not doubting you. I'm just having to ask all these questions. So,
I begged you. I said, hey, let us all be together. Look at me in my eyes and ask me that question. Feel it in your heart and then ask me that question.
but you gotta look at it from my perspective. Okay, first of all, and I got a couple things to say, so let me get through it. These stories, just like I've said the whole time, they don't sound legit to me. They just don't add up. They're not true. Something is off from every story because there's different versions. So that's number one. Number two.
I've only talked to you once.
Okay. All right, fair enough. But you got to put yourself in my shoes. Okay. What the hell would you do if this was Harley? Okay. And you didn't have all the information. How would you put all these pieces together? So, I mean, you got, from my glasses, how am I supposed to put all these pieces together when I don't even have a third of the pieces? I'm just trying to find the pieces and get them together.
You want me to answer that question?
Which one? The one about what if it was Harley?
Yeah.
Yeah, answer that question.
Okay. So as soon as you tell me this, when I get off the phone, I will have my husband and my children together in a home, and our houses will be praying, and we will be on the phone with the detectives, and we will be saying, listen, I support my husband, and we need to find someone over here.
Pause. Yeah, this is a lot. It's a lot.
Somebody had to see something. Ask them again. Do something. We will be putting a fucking alert out everywhere. We will be putting a description out everywhere. We will close the fucking borders from Colorado to all of them, up and down 95, because it leads to fucking Mexico.
95? What?
That shit.
Pause. I have a problem. I'll reserve my comment.
Why would
I'm
you?
sorry, 85, whatever. it's called.
85?
What's the road called? 25. It's
Oh.
state that leads to Mexico.
Well, you please be careful when you say those things because then they're going to start looking up and down 95 on the East Coast. Okay?
Sorry.
And that's not going to help us. I mean, since you know he's not over there, that's not going to help us if they get sent over there. Okay? So
At the time of this conversation, right, for somebody that does not know what happened to Gannon, in a sense, she seems to be hinting at where he's not, if that makes any sense.
but you didn't answer my question. How am I supposed to put all these pieces together? You're telling me let's go home and pray, and I've been praying I've been praying nonstop. Okay, but we got to have action too. So here, listen. I gotta go because now I'm freaking. Everybody's gonna start questioning me at the house. Where have you been? What are you doing? Are you involved? I'm gonna get all those questions now. So
Who are you staying with?
Uncle Jeff, and then freaking Veronica and all them that are all over the place. Okay, so
Why would you have to be anywhere near this?
I don't have to be, but you saw we had to do. Listen.
And your daughter.
Tisha, listen, I had to do these statements and interviews and all this shit. It's just nonstop. Every day is something else. Okay, so if you think all this information is what they need, apparently the El Paso people haven't done their job and they haven't forwarded it to the FBI. So I don't know. There's some Amber lady called me from the FBI, and I'm gonna just email you her number and her name. And if you want to pass this information to her, that's much higher than the freaking CBS or whatever you call it.
Yeah, because they called everyone I know.
Okay, well then that's what.
You can tell them too.
Okay, but I don't have the document you have. So anyways, I'm just going to send you the contact. And if you want it, you take it. If not, I can't make you do anything. But I got to go. Okay.
Yeah, but that's not how you would say trying to find your son. You would not say if you don't want to do anything, then blah blah blah.
No, that's not true because I can't. I wanted you with me the whole time and you left. So I'm going to give you the information you need to pass your stuff along and then you can do that. Okay.
Listen to me. We don't have anywhere to stay. I'm asking you to stay with your wife and daughter and let's do this together. Now you tell me no. if you think that you don't give a shit about us and you don't want that, you tell me no right now.
Tell you no.
You tell me yes. If you want your family together because you believe
I
me.
wanted my family
No,
together.
but no.
Listen to me. Listen to me. I wanted my family together the whole time. And listen, you're not letting me help you. So I recommend that you get in contact with this Amber lady because she offered me help. And
Yeah, obviously he has a hunch and he is suspecting Letecia of having something to do with the disappearance of Gannon because he keeps referring to how Letecia will not allow him to help her.
safety, because I told her what I was going through, and I'm sure they'll do the same thing for you, especially all that you've been through with you're telling me about the social media stuff and people chasing you around. You said in the email, so I'm going to send you her contact information, okay, and then you decide whether or not to contact her to find protection for yourself and get them this information, okay? But I gotta go, okay? I gotta go, Tisha. I gotta go.
The question.
What question? I said I wanted you to be together, but I gotta go, okay? I gotta go. Bye. Bye.
That is a tough conversation that they had. You can obviously sense that the husband does not for a second believe that his wife is telling the truth. And not only that, he obviously suspects that the son is deceased. He does not see a way out. This is a difficult case. I really have nothing to add other than if you'd like to see more of this kind of content, let's have a discussion down below.